There are different kinds of, this presentation is about different kinds of essay hooks. You have interesting question hook, strong statement hook, statistic hook, metaphor hook, story hook, description hook, and quotation hook. An essay hook is the first sentence that grabs the reader's attention. Your essay hook is not your thesis. Your thesis statement belongs at the end of your paragraph, while the hook is the first sentence of the paragraph. An interesting question hook is like, is nursing an exciting profession? How do you become a successful nurse? And the answer to that question becomes your essay. Make a strong statement. So you make a strong statement or claim to grab the reader's attention. Nursing is not for the faint of heart. Nursing requires a lot of stamina. A fact or a statistic hook. 80% of Americans are obese. And so you can use that statistic to grab the reader's attention. Metaphor. You can compare the first sentence of the topic to some other topic, and therefore the reader wants to know why. So here's an example from Romeo and Juliet. Juliet is like the sun. Nursing is like carefully tending a garden where a person nurtures her patients like a gardener nurtures his plants. And so the reader wants to know why you made that comparison to read your story. Story hook. The reader wants to know what happens next. So they read that. So that's what the hook hooks the reader. I treat COVID patients. We put the patient on a ventilator, and then in order to know what happens next, the person reads the essay. You give a description of a story. You draw the reader into the description, and then the reader wants to know what happened after the description. Cancer consumed his body. Then what? So then you want to decide like everything. Quotation. You give a famous quotation. Education is the most powerful weapon a person can use against the world. Knowledge is power. And so then you start it out with a quotation to intrigue the reader. Conclusion. And so your introduction has 3 parts: hook, bridge, and thesis. And so here, this presentation just talks about the thesis. In future presentations, I'll talk about many different kinds of hooks, theses, and introduction paragraphs. If you have any questions, email me.